going on out here? What's going on out here in this algorithm? Sometimes worried about what the Democrats are doing. Man, don't y'all get enough of that diet? Sit back like, what are content creators? I was watching the program for the last 2 days. They talking about how the content creators coming on here talking about how they not making money, how they used to. And then half the time you'll think they making this making buku dollars from consistent moves. You know, they land the family ain't like that. Man. I look at it in the streets hustling, real talk. But the only thing about this, like I was just looking at a video my son had. I had pulled a transmission out of a Dodge Charger by myself. And then I had another video where the first time he repaired some brakes. He don't work on cars, but I was just showing people. Never underestimate the power of the ability of man to drive. That's what I'm talking about right there, period. We always talking about what the world talking about. But we swear up and down we love the Most High. We skip Genesis 1. Most High gives you authority, a power and authority. And I understand, get the first Adam, second Adam, because we all get caught up in ever learning. We stuck on Moses, but we know there's a greater force that's working that gave Moses these things to give to us. But we don't recognize it. We stay stuck at something we broke. Like, come on, family, up. We moving on from all that. We moving on, pressing towards the mark. So we have what we lost in the beginning in Yahushua. Why we don't talk about that all day? How we can understand and connect things from the eternal to right here. These words, that's what these words, the word of the Father, in the world but not of the world. That's why we speak the words. That's why we study His word to show ourselves approved unto Him, not one another. It's not a contest of whether we get it. It is your purpose. Think about it. In Adam, you didn't need all these things that we promote now. People that made idols out of things instead of worshiping the Creator. What is that? Build a kingdom for real, family. Until the return, we know we're going to be regathered. People just be, hey, we know these things, but we just be debating and arguing instead of actually just living. I ain't talking about nobody who got a platform that do all that. No, I ain't gonna wait. I wouldn't waste my time talking about them all day. I want to hit you to the kingdom, hit you to spiritual things, and how they actually do work, because they do. They work. But if you don't practice and put them to the test, you'll never know. You will never know, family. And that's how we uncover the mysteries, the oracles and mysteries of the truth. Through that word, every day, all day, every day, all day. Faith. Why? Because we're moving in faith. Faith is the spirit of the Father. Why? How do you know that, Wayne? Because it's spiritual, family. The substance of things hoped for. So that thing hoped for, what we hoping for is that connection to the Father, right? That through His word, these things will, and shall come to pass. Through His word, right? Well, how does that happen? By the Spirit, and me reading and studying and knowing. He created a God, right? A man that's in His image and after His likeness. That's why the ancestors moved in such a divine manner, because they wasn't competing with world politics and all that. That's not kingdom, family. I recognize all that stuff, but I can care less because it's nothing that we can prosper from. We're not gonna prosper from it, family. Most High told you that. Read the book of Samuel. The ancestors wanted a king. He told you what a king would do. I don't need a king. I need to connect with the Most High. And the rest, brothers gonna work it out. Y'all know brothers gonna work it out. We doing it daily. You know, people gonna talk, let them talk. They gonna talk. They gonna doubt you. They gonna say all kind of mannerisms. They ain't gonna say nothing that's good. That's cool. I ain't mad at you. But understand, then you have to prove that. Can't just say that, but you gotta prove that stuff, man. People be saying things like, because this is how the Bible works. It tells you to prove all, test the spirit and prove all things. And we being children of the Most High, that is our tool. That's our tool. That's how we test things to know if it's the truth of the truth or not. Because if it's from the Father, it'll stand. You plant that seed and it's going to stand. Meaning they are going to believe you. They're going to believe on the word. And they're going to try it. They're going to test it, right? Test the instructions. Seek first. What that means? The kingdom, the king's dominion, the king's instruction, and his righteousness, the right way. That's through his instruction, man. Seek ye first the kingdom, the king's dominion, because we want to bring that way of life here into our everyday existence. That's the life. That's what we strive for. That's what makes us. That's what constitutes being in the world, but not of the world. You know, this Bible is important. What y'all call this Bible stuff is very important. It's more important than anything you ever learned about. Anything, because all things were established where they are. Those are real people, real writers, family. They did real kingdom things, spiritual, divinely ordained things, and we still have the power. We got the records. You reading the history. Well, where's the history? You reading about it. You don't get it. You got it right there. Read about it every day. And walking contrary. We'll read it, then we'll go looking for something in the world to do and to call ourselves fulfilling it. Nope, that's not how it goes. You can't build a corrupt system based on the law of justice. The Most High word is justice. He's a just Elohim. He don't deal in partial justice. His word is justice. It creates a system of justice. If you utilize it, if you use it the right way, because it's based on law. And think about it. Law gives you an instruction on how to operate. This is how you do it. You follow the instruction, right? Cook me some French fries. Eat another one of these chicken burgers. I was wondering about these chicken burgers. I guess they're gonna be here. No, I'm gonna smack a couple of them. Eat me a chicken burger right quick. Give me a chicken burger, some fries. But yeah, all things spiritual, family. That's why I stay on the word. Keep it word, you dig? It's through the word. That's the only way we're gonna have understanding. You're not gonna get it no other way. Through thy law, thy precepts, his word. That's his word. If you don't know his word, then you're not gonna know him. You're not gonna know how to unlock the oracles and mysteries. You're gonna go about looking for jobs, looking at what the Democrats doing, looking at what the Republicans doing, instead of taking the knowledge that you have and using it. Now you're an owner. You know, you can't move like scared. I had to take that call. Sometimes you got to take them calls. Dad call, I answer. Y'all already know how it is. The elder call, you answer. He's trying to get a number. I don't even got the number. I'm like, y'all neighbors. I get up, go down there and ring this motherfucking bell. But I ain't over there, and I ain't finna ride over there. Dad know I'll go above and beyond. I ain't in the community. I done moved out the community, so there's no reason. I see the brother every day. Then I don't know, the nigga was just in the basement. I'm walking past him. My dad said he put the number on the wrong number. I know, you know how you get older, you forget shit. And then he be doing a lot of shit. Do a lot of work, so you forget sometimes. I hate that shit. I know he hate that. He called me thinking I was this nigga. You call somebody, you gonna talk to their ass, you know? Real, I'm surprised I don't got this dude number. But that's my homie. We kick it every motherfucking day. I just don't have his number. They do. They your neighbors. I be on shit like that. I stand on shit when I'm around. How you doing this right? Because I move in a certain rhythm. I'm not like everybody else. I'm quite sure if you listen to me, you could tell. A lot of people don't know you got that anointing. I don't know why, but we all made in his image and likeness. A lot of people don't tap in. They go by what somebody else tells them. Me, I like to read the Bible. I don't have no problem being confronted, being questioned about nothing that I believe. I don't have no problem with that. That's why we study. Do the Psalms. You know what I'm saying? We can't come out here half cocked. You see the state, the Gentiles got the world in. All these false, well, they not false doctrines, but their religious perspective. We don't follow their religions. We don't keep their religions. We believe in one God. One true and living Elohim. That's it. I ain't gonna bring you all these idols and deny him. Going about to establish our own religion. And that's not it, right? That's what we be off. We be off. But we gonna get back on. Most High on it now. That's why we waking. Bring them. Hey, bring my kids back. Bring my children back. I don't like what they're going through. His promises are forever, family. Deuteronomy 28 happened to us for a reason. Now it's a return, family. We on the get back. Bless you. Bless you, baby. Sicky. Got the boogie nose. Speaking with you. You ain't gotta be all aggressive like you talking some. I'm making sure you hear me. Let me shut up. Why she come messing with me? Y'all know how these black people are, y'all. Be careful, brothers. Sisters be tweaked. My lady be tweaked. She thinks she tough. She think cause she a lady, I won't kick her on her big toe. You know how you walking and you hit your big toe and you, I kick her on her big toe. I can't put my hands on, but I kick that big toe. Better quit playing with me. Ladies don't like playing with their toes, brother. They won't play them games, step on their motherfucking toes. Put some water around this mug.
I look for that. I be acting silly. I got a call from my homie this morning with the Audi. Well, oh, no, he be acting up. But then, everything is happening according to its time. The original part is starting to go. Which, bruh, trust me, with his Audi, he called me this morning. That's the one I did, one of the ones I did the transmission on the 2016, the A4. He called me this morning early. I was stressed out. When I woke up, I called him back though. He told me he's having problems out of the things. We're just having ultimate problems. I'm gonna ride over there. Talk to your ass. I know I heard some. I'm gonna make a video like that.
You want to try one?
I'll try
I
later.
haven't even opened them yet.
It's like a weed bag. What the fuck is this? Pookie crack cake? It's a weed bag. You know that, right?
I don't care what that is. It was
Oh,
given to
huh.
me just like that.
Hey, hood. This some kids gave you this?
Yeah. The students.
His mama made it just, you know that, right?
His grandmama.
Oh, mama would. I got that plug. One of them. Granny hit him with the plug. Granny hit him with the plug. Granny packing up. She packing up beans up. Granny, this ain't back then. You gotta come on, bro. This ain't back then, Grandma. She got some pack right, though. I'm gonna need it. Small piece. All that. And it was an oil. That chocolate chip I had the other day, that motherfucker taking that. She used a different oil. That's good. So that's a chocolate chip. All that extra shit I'm taking on that chocolate chip, I never buy no more chocolate chip cookies. They taste nasty like some of this food. Yeah. That's why I miss my auntie Marcia. She was everything. Mom, you need what? Oh, who's this? Who? Who is that? A niece, our niece. No, I ain't even know. They don't tell me nothing. You know, they don't put Wayne. Wayne ain't in the loop. They was my Facebook friends. I don't know what happened. They just kicked Wayne out the loop of everything. Y'all know how Facebook do you. You talking about this truth, they gonna be blocking you from everybody. I'm like, y'all need to sit y'all ass down and get a tablet and come and learn this word. Why you trying to block people? People talking about algorithms and this and that. Share the video so we can get in the algorithm and people will see it. I'll tell you something, family. Y'all know God's word is sharper than any two-edged sword. Now, if them people wouldn't be playing with the algorithm, you know when we start reading and testifying of his word, his goodness, that's gonna create that. Look at what it's creating around the world, the awakening that it's creating around the world and God's people. Everybody waking up, even the Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear me talking about who's who and this and that, but that don't negate me recognizing that there are some believing Gentiles and there's gonna be some Gentiles in the kingdom. Yes, it is. You can get caught off in all that religious dogma if you want to, but I'm gonna share with them plain and simple. Bro, You don't know what God doing with them people when they in that room praying to him by themselves, when they consecrate themselves and go before him. You don't know. You look at it though. Look at the spirit on them. See how they operate. You'll know if they of the Most High or not, because they're gonna draw to him. The more they learn about him, the more they draw to him. That's what I mean, even about the algorithm on these platforms. They cooking the books, family. How you know that, Wayne? Because once that word, look at the fire that word is having on people in the world, all over the world. They remembering the covenant and returning. Everybody is studying the word and reading it to get an understanding. And then they know the time. They paying attention to what's going on. They know God is right now. His hand is on the world. He's moving and doing things, family. The spirit has been there. But they know what's in force, what's in control. They know this. They preach hot, daddy. They know this. Some of us though, I don't think we know the time. I don't think they know the time. But they about to find out. You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today. It's time for us to awaken, to come together as a people. Chosen people, family. That's the only way they're gonna see the kingdom. You steady running to talking about building the world's kingdom, their governments and systems. Can two walk together unless they agree? Sure can't. That's why I don't want their jobs. That's why I don't want to deal with them. This and that. People, oh no, you should just, no, you shouldn't just. No, don't settle for nothing. You're going to have to do the painstaking work of establishing for the kingdom. We're kingdom people. We don't think like that. So you got to think of dominating, ruling, and having dominion. Power, real power, control. So that means we got to establish things on our own. Can't use the system. We got to go around that. We got a system, but it's based on the Holy Spirit. He's the governor of the kingdom. The Holy Spirit. You got to follow the Spirit. Do what he tells you to do. Keep his instructions. Hold fast to that good and perfect will. By all means, keep and do his instructions. Don't worry about the world and what they talking about or what they doing. It's your place to be a light. Be a reflection of light and trust. Who is light? HaMashiach. And they gonna want to do what you doing. People gonna question. Let me tell you something. They know. And they gonna repent and do the right thing. A lot of people. They gonna stop being wicked and they gonna repent. That's like the people that's watching me. Oh, he ain't about that. They talking, they got their doubts. But they know I've always been in tune with the word. That's how I'm rolling. We rolling with the truth. The gangsters even know. We was locked up on this. I didn't start doing this. So the Most High know Dwayne. The heavens know him as a servant for the kingdom. He's fries in here. We cut too many. This one last oven. And what's new? Fries in there. Got a deep enough pan. It's deep enough. It's gonna get these. Let's go. Shuffle shit around. They know, and they been knew who we were. They know we God's chosen people. But if you don't know it, that's where the problem gonna come in. Because you can know, but if you ain't doing his will, you just wasting time. You know, hey, you just wasting time, family. That ain't gonna fly. That's like a lot of our people. They know the word. They know we the Israelites. But there's a difference in knowing and actually doing the things that you're called to do. That's gonna set you apart, so others are recognized. You ain't gotta run and shout it. Just stand in your authority. They gonna recognize. They gonna hear him. They gonna hear his word. And another they won't follow. Not that they gonna follow me. They gonna follow the truth of his word. That's what we cooking. The truth. We got to, family. We got to in this hour. We need it. And I don't care what they talking about. Like I was expressing earlier in my video, the little rich guy expressing to the youth, man, get on your business now. Don't wait till you 30-something till like you're gonna start turning things around, get things in order, you partying and living la vida loca now. Hell no, get things in order now. So when you get there, you're already, things already be in order. Don't sacrifice your security to talking about no having fun, trying to fit in with everybody. A lot of us, I had to work on my son. Like, no, son, you shouldn't care about what people think or have to say about you. Yes, take care. That means you have to have things in order. You have to move with order. You got to know what's important to you and stand on it and remain steadfast in that spirit. Don't let nothing discourage you. I wouldn't care what my buddy's doing. If they ain't doing this to get to the money so they get rich and live, shit, I'm cutting them off. Cut their ass off. I'm plotting on riches, baby. I ain't trying to be like like I tell my girl. Yeah, we all are saved in Christ. Through his salvation, which is Christ, right? We all can be saved if we endure to the end with it, right? It's just something they ain't getting though. We all can be saved. We endure to the end. But you have to endure this thing to the end. That means you got to work, endure. You got to be in the thick of things. Satan hear your name. You want them to be like, you know what? Uh-oh. You want devils to tremble at your name. When they hear your name, be like, when the people, yeah, that's one of them. It's the takeover. Y'all know what time it is. It's our takeover. It's the takeover. Don't act like y'all don't know. We ain't talking about taking over these dry ass lands like they got the solution. Hell no. We want our land. We want to be repatriated back to our land. But I'm like Brother Lucas. Instead of constantly harping on what the government has done and what they won't do to correct things today, they already told us they not giving us no motherfucking reparations or nothing. So what do we keep harping on that for? The solution to that is to shit on them and do our own thing. Oh yeah, even with Africa, I don't know why once Africa see us move towards that, like a lot of the videos I be checking out. And I appreciate the brothers and sisters. You know how they do their videos, pointing out the things that they know the colonizers been doing. The truth is coming out. Everybody talking about the truth, right? So we can't stay stuck there. We know we as people and we understand it, but what are we doing? Every day we steady doing the same thing they doing. You getting up to, like Ron Dalton said, you know you the Hebrews, you God's chosen, but everything you do is for the Gentiles. You're preserving yourself to go and work and do the same thing the Gentiles doing. I ain't saying don't work, but our work look different, family. Our work shouldn't be looking like theirs, and you working for the kingdom. All this struggle bus and all, no. That's because we not on the right accord, family. We read the Bible, then we'll go about establishing the word through means of following the world. Oh, I got to get this job. Oh, I got to go over here and do. No, you ain't got to do nothing pertaining to what they got going on. You got to come up out from among them. That's what you got to do. That's it. Be ye separate. You got to build it. So when the youngest coming up, the believers, they'll know things will already be in place for them. It won't be no second guessing. That's why things ain't working for us. You ain't taking care of your first estate the Father gave you. I have to recognize that myself. Like, oh no, I'm not talking crazy about fixing cars no more. Even if it's only a half a car come for that day, goddamn it, I'm gonna act like the Most High done sent me 20 cars to work on. I'm gonna be thankful, extra livid about it. You know, extra thankful. Yes. I'm gonna thank Him in His word and be faithful to it. You dig? That's what I'm gonna testify about. How can I not testify about His goodness? You love. Look at my fries and my chicken burger. A chicken burger family in this day and age. We didn't have this when I was growing up. We didn't have chicken burgers. We looking at film like, what is a chicken burger? The world ain't got too liberal. You did? I keep telling black folk conservatives, stop trying to turn us to liberal, and you already been made a citizen of the corporation. You don't know how to utilize the instruction that's already in place. You don't need no extra instruction. Yeah, they'll go back shit on me for saying that, but I'm telling you the truth. I don't need no extra clause. If the first had worked, what's the need for the second? They bullshit. So my point, they keep it all because it's bullshit. Excuse my French, but sorry, but not sorry. Gotta tell the truth. You dig? Tell their ass the truth. I'm different. I'm not religious. I'm not into none of them religious groups. I don't follow none of that stuff. I'm just a son of the Most High. If I make a mistake, He understands. I'm gonna repent and get it right. But that's who I am, family. I don't care about all that. We're gonna show them they ain't got it. They playing games. They playing with the game. Playing with the church money. You think it's a game? You think it's a game? The DMX said, you think it's a game? Dog. Every day I go out here struggling and striving to do the right things for the kingdom, family. I ain't worried about the world. You know, they gonna talk. Let them talk. We got something for them talkers, you dig? We gonna make them put their foot in their mouth. Cause while they talking, we be moving. Hey, we be moving on purpose. They be saying, okay, y'all know how they be, bro. But you know what? I use that shit as fuel. You talk that about Wayne, you can say that, but he gonna embarrass your ass. The right way, you know, cause he gonna do the right thing. Yeah, they gonna talk. Yeah, they gonna talk. They talk about what they ain't know instead of getting down with the program. Yeah. I'm like Brother Lucas. They got a group that hold black politicians accountable, the ones that you voted for. I'm like, that's what's happening, but I'm not going to vote for no one. Y'all had that mess. I'm not giving y'all all that. No, we gotta vote. Woo. Hell no. We gotta get the fuck up and get out here and get on our business. Do business together. We don't need voting. Voting is the damn problem because you steady looking for somebody to do something for you that you should be doing on your own. I don't need the politician to do nothing for me, man. Think about it. Your ass don't either. You get up, go to work every day. Where they at? Them motherfuckers ain't there. You don't need that. You need to know that what you got is the truth. Utilize it, family. You are the truth. You don't need them. Don't fall for that shit. That's the problem right there. You know? People won't take courage in themselves. Do take inventory, take stock of themselves. They won't. Hell no, we ain't going. Heck to the no. We won't go. We independent. We're the children of the Most High God, family. We don't surrender to none of that.
We overstand that, family. You did? We overstand those things. Bring forth the truth of the matter, family. Against all odds. Against all odds. We ain't stopping for none of that. We moving forward, family. Thinking it over. I'm thinking forward. Yeah, we thinking forward. We on some real stuff. I'll be watching. Hey, I don't be watching them. You gotta watch the Bible Chronicles. Saga. What's AI Bible Chronicles? Bruh laid that channel out. I'm talking about, and he interpreting the book, not adding or taking away, allowing the word to go forth. Let the word speak for itself. That's how it's supposed to be. I like that. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. Okay, this burger, the burger done, a chicken burger, y'all. Man, it's something new. I'm telling you, learn something new every day. You can learn from a dummy if you listen. Learn from a dummy. Why? Because everything has an instruction on how it operates. I tell you the truth. Okay, that burger ready. Set that burger over there to the side. A chicken burger, y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with it. They pretty good. Pretty good. I can't complain. Pretty good. Wait on them fries. Toast my bread a little bit. Smack some butter on it. Toast my bread. Put a little light hit on there. Light little brown. A light brown. I start to use the onions and tomatoes and all that, but no. I just want my chicken burger. Regular old chicken burger. And he already got me off grill with some stuff. All this new shit. Chicken burger. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Got my shirts going. It's time to tap in. I did put a few posts up. Put my stuff in rotation. I had to do it again today. I didn't do no commercial today. I came in, sat down, got to watching world news and all that like an idiot. Knowing the times already. We know the time. We waiting on everything from when they was playing them games in the beginning at the streets. When they started first blocking. We waiting to see the development of that. Prices going up, the dollars, the interest on dollars going up, taxation going up, but the interest on the dollar and the usage of the debt. When you hear me say debt, that's the dollar. That's the form of currency we use, right? We use a debt. We use a debt and turn it into an asset. You got ism? That's why I tell my lady, I got game, baby. You ain't got no game, bullshit. I got game. I know how to take nothing and turn it into something. That's what we do. That's what we do very well. Don't let the nappy head fool you. The nappy head is being stressed out. She be on me about that, but the nappy head is from being stressed out from them. I'm gonna turn this news on and watch a little Africa and wait for my burger. Go up there and give her some sugar and mess with her. She gonna run me the fuck off, but I don't care. You got to get her ass to quit her job. So that means I need to be working like the young blood said. You need to be working on your business. If you working a job, after that, you should be at home working on your business. I heard you loud and clear, young entrepreneur, and I shared that with some young people that's your age group. Because that's what we talked about, but to actually see somebody doing it, they'll see beyond me. Like I told Junior some things we were talking about then, years ago. Had I invested in them now, we'll be fat. Now you dead and just be talking sometimes. Gotta do more than talk, brothers. Gotta make it happen. Make it happen for the young. Yeah, no matter what. Make it happen. It'll pay off. It'll pay off. It ain't gotta be for you. It'll be for him, and them kids ain't gonna forget you. You already straight.
We try to make your bones so you get into life with the Father. He told you if you deny him, I don't care if you mad at him. You better get unmad and stop denying him. Because he gonna hold you accountable. I don't care if you and your baby mama get along or not. It's still your place to provide. That ain't her child. Yeah, the woman gonna tell you, that's my baby, that ain't, boy. If it ain't, hey, she ain't carrying the sperm to create nothing. So I understand where she coming from, protecting what was carried through her. And she nurtured, but she ain't carrying no seed. Ain't no immaculate conceptions. If I don't pop that seed in her, ain't nothing happening. That's my baby. Stop saying that, women. Daddy's baby, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. You a lie. White people are raised and more confused, learning white history has been a lie. Y'all been knew that. But then you gotta be careful with that. I ain't got nothing against my brothers and sisters over in Africa, but you gotta understand. We steady putting the same stuff out. Yeah, we know we the people, but at some point you got to walk in being the people. We can't just, even with us, fair use copyright. You can't just be talking about it. You got to show them that's you. Fair use copyright. No, we know better. That's what I'm talking about. I'm excited to hear about it on the news. I'm not an African American, but I'm a Shemite from the land of Ham. That's true.
What did you just say? Stop the tape right now. Okay, I
Hey,
will say
Oprah
this.
talking about you just said Twitter on
I don't
fire.
know where my roots go to. I don't know where
My roots go to
roots
Nigeria.
go to. I don't know how far back they go. I can't go.
My roots go back to Africa, right? I'm not African in the sense of we look at it from a biblical perspective because God has established nations. You would think educated people would know this, right? Follow me. We look at it according to the nations that God has established, which you can get the information from Genesis 10. Look those nations up, and it's going to tell you the earth was repopulated by Noah's 3 sons and their descendants, right? The Bible tells you. Genesis 10, read it. All the nations, the sons of Ham, it talks about the sons of Japheth. It talks about the sons of Shem. We're familiar with when they're saying Hamites, but Negroes are not Hamites. Negroes are Shemites. That's the difference. They look black, but all black people don't constitute being African. No. Think about it. Joseph in Egypt under Pharaoh. Pharaoh was African. Egypt is the son of Ham. You know what I'm saying? Do we understand that? Bring it out.
I don't know how far back, and I don't know what country.
I don't think she understand that part, and some of them do. But I implore you, I assure you, if you look at it from a biblical perspective, it will answer all questions. This ain't no hope, no none of that. You look up Ham. Ham has sons, and you can follow through DNA, through migration patterns, wars. You see the movements. It's called history, where you see a people doing a thing, right, in their culture. There go the people the Bible talking about. But they want to have you, that's like those who telling you God's name is sacred, we can't repeat his name. You a lie. Our ancestors called on him. Those who are called by my name, we speak his name all day, every day. People, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that religion either. I want to talk about God's law. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the word and how we're to conduct ourselves. We ain't just talking about it, but that's how we moving. And that's our conversation. You don't want to hear? Go to church. Go hide. Ain't that where y'all hiding? We in the real world out here with real people taking care of real kingdom business every day. You should too.
But I do know that my roots are in Louisiana. I'm an American.
But the people from Louisiana A lot of them came off the transatlantic slave trade. Yes, they did.
And that's
You
a
gotta do
colorless
your DNA.
person. Because we are all people. I have
Look
lots
just
of
like
things
her,
running through
Daddy.
my veins.
And that's what people give me too. You wanna go to the Bible, Numbers chapter 1. Your bloodline is determined by the house of your father. So when I hear people saying, and that goes right along with the truth, that's the truth. Because the father carries the seed. The father impregnates the woman. Women are not having immaculate conceptions. So you need a man's seed. So Numbers 1 is law. It's the truth. Read the book of Numbers chapter 1. When the Most High told Moses to determine the bloodline of the instruction for determining the bloodline for the children of Israel. All things are set according to the 12 tribes of Israel in the kingdom of heaven. And there's an instruction for determining your pedigree, as it is written in the Bible, meaning your bloodline. So like I said, when I hear people say, oh, like I hear them talking about a DNA of black people, they have 25% European in them, right? I'm like, no. Now, some European mixed with that black woman, yeah, okay, you have some that may be, but that's not a majority when you think about it. Majority of our women were with us, even in being, under the duress that they were under. They were with us. Wasn't no majority of them having no children with no white men. Get the hell out of here. They feared their ass. The fuck? You better wake up.
Everything you were told was lying.
I say the same thing. Y'all better wake your asses
All
up.
our memories.
Most I ain't giving us this knowledge for nothing. I didn't know this when I was born.
It's time they know the truth about us. Waking up the people of the Most High. Got the knowledge to destroy the lie. DNA history, open up. Walk into the darkness and turn on the light. Wake up. Warning. The following video are for commentary purposes only. Fair use.
Hey y'all. So they finally said it out loud on camera with their whole chest. Alabama's House Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter stood in front of the press after his state passed a redistricting bill and said, and I quote, "I certainly hope the Supreme Court will overturn Amendment 14, end quote. I need you to understand what he means. You see, the 14th Amendment is not a technicality. It's not a redistricting footnote. It's the amendment that made Black people citizens of this country. After 250 years of enslavement, ratified in 1868, written in blood. It says you are a citizen. It says you have equal protections under the law. It says no state can strip your rights without due process. It is the legal spine of every civil rights victory we have ever won. And Ledbetter hopes the Supreme Court throws it in the trash. That's not a redistricting argument, ladies and gentlemen. That's a declaration. See, they're not hiding under their white hoods and robes anymore. They are not dog whistling. They are standing at a podium saying, we want the amendment that made you citizens gone. This is happening right now in real time, 2026. And the only thing they're afraid of, the only reason they want to erase that amendment is because they know what we do when we show up. So show up. And remind every Black and brown person that voted for this. Jim Crow had a hood. This version has a law degree and a press conference.
Thank you for being here with Berean Scholar. Guys, you know I usually don't do lives during the middle of the day or anything like this, but I had to. I've been sitting here praying and watching.
Well, we got to come out of that. Every time they say we not, who cares? We are, family. run with it. That's it. I don't care about a whole lot. I'll see y'all later. Be encouraged. I ain't running from them faggots. What's wrong with this thing? Fear no man.